Hey, this is Sam Black with my third match with Sphinx's Tutelage in Modern. I'm on the play, and I'm going to keep this hand. I have a lot of card draw to try to get something going here. I think I want to pay life to probe to see what's going on here. And I'm playing against Bloom with Dragon Lord Dramoka and a reasonable but not great hand. I'm glad I paid life though. So let's fetch Steam Vents and Thought Scour my opponent. Yep. I didn't hit any important pieces. No, my opponent drew Amulet. Well, that's not good. I think I probably want to be able to remand Asusa here. I guess my opponent doesn't have anything useful to do. Casting Dragon Lord Dramoka is not impressive. I should probably just be trying to turn on Pyroclasm. So I'm going to lead with Thought Scour and then cast Faithless Looting. Pyroclasm is the worst, and I definitely want lands, definitely want Ensnaring Bridge. Mesmeric Orb is pretty funny against Amulet. I'll just discard Remand. Top, Real Turf. Alright. I don't really understand putting two things on top and then casting Amulet, or casting Ancient Stirrings, but it probably doesn't matter if you know for sure you're taking the Amulet. Alright, I respect double Amulet enough that I should just cast Ensnaring Bridge here. It's pretty tempting to Mesmeric Orb, but I'm going to Ensnaring Bridge. So now Hive Mind is what my opponent is going to be trying to kill me with. So that's what I need to be. I'm racing my opponent Hive Mind killing me. for Titan. This is going to be a little while. Titan is fine. Oh, if my opponent's playing engineered explosives, this could end really badly for me. Slayer Stronghold, Boros Garrison. What do you think that's going to accomplish? Just hitting me for 3 with the Azusa? I guess 5 with the Azusa. In my opponent's spot, I probably would have just gotten Pact of Negation there. Assuming that they're not playing engineered explosives. I would have gone Simic Growth Chamber, Teleria West, untap them, transmute for Pact of Negation, I think. Okay, so I'm going to play Tutelage. And Faithless Looting. Discard the lands. Ooh, it looks like I actually got 4, so now I hit 2 Ancient Stirrings. Assume Teleria West is going to become something else now. Sunhome, still trying to kill me with this Azusa. But can only give it, can't activate both of these. Catch Thought Scour. Mesmeric Orb. And I think I'm just going to pay mana to probe. Since my opponent seems to be trying to kill me with damage. Although, if I pay life and I draw a land, I basically just win, because I play land and Mesmeric Orb and then have no hand, and have 2 orbs. Alright, I guess I'll pay life. Dromoka Gemstone Mine. And now I get attacked down to 1, I think. Gemstone Mine allows my opponent to activate Sunhome and Slayer's Stronghold to hit me for 6 with Azusa. But then I'll draw a card and mill for 2, putting my opponent at 10 cards. Flashback Faithful Sitting and mill for 4, putting my opponent at 6 cards. And then hope to hit either a land to play another Mesmeric Orb, and my opponent has to tap enough permanents that that'll be lethal in order to kill me, or hit a card draw spell, or a chain of card draw spells or something, another Faithful Sitting. I think I'm going to win this game, but it's going to be extremely close. And if this is a Hive Mind, okay, good. This should fetch nothing. Unless there's like a wolf run in this deck. I guess I don't understand casting Primeval Titan into Mesmeric Orb unless my opponent has some way to kill me. But I'm not sure what that would likely be. Looks like there's some kind of plan. Okay, so now I think my opponent's just dead to Mesmeric Orb and Tutelage without me even doing anything. Yeah, my opponent's hand is just Dragon Lord Dromoka. And my opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tapped permanents. Okay. So, I definitely want Negate, and I'm pretty sure I want Surgical, and Dispel can counter Pact, but that's it. I don't want Pyroclasm, even though it kills Azusa, and Ensnaring Bridge is the best. Mesmeric Orb is good. I guess I don't need Spiral. I think this is right. I think early Mesmeric Orb and a bunch of card draw is good enough to keep. Okay, Mesmeric Orb doesn't care about Leyline, but this is going to be interesting because tutelage doesn't work. So I have to be pretty careful about what I'm doing here. Oh, right, I can't Thought Scour that. This is likely not going to go well. The problem is getting ahead with Mesmeric Orb. I'm worried that if I cast Mesmeric Orb here, my opponent can beat me by doing nothing. So I think I have to wait until my opponent taps a reasonable number of permanents and then play Mesmeric Orb. Obviously I should have just played the Steam Vents. Problem here is everything I do just makes my position worse against this thing. It seems impossible to win. Certainly can't win without my opponent making some pretty big mistakes. think is about as good as I'm going to do, as my opponent's about to start doing stuff. Hornet Queen is in. Don't think that's enough cards that I can afford to Thought Scour myself. But I do think that I need to try to draw another Mesmeric Orb. This sees a good number of cards. Maybe she's Serum Visions first. A Tormenting Voice. There's Mesmeric Orb. But I don't think I should cast it this turn, because I'll have too many permanents tapped. I have to wait a turn and hope my opponent attacks me, and then the casting Mesmeric Orb is significant. Okay. Orb. It's gonna mill 10. I think I pass. So now I'm winning the decking race. If my opponent attacks, and I find another Mesmeric Orb, maybe we're in okay shape. That's pretty bad. I think that was a turn. Because now I'm taking 8 and then 6. Let's Serum Visions. Well, there's an orb. that, so is there any way that I'm going to win this without finding both orbs? If I find both orbs, do I win? Do I have 2 more orbs in my deck? I do. So if I find both of them, my opponent untaps 6. And that's 1 short. How frustrating. Yeah, 6 times 4 is 24. My opponent has 25 cards. And I can't possibly get 1 more of them. So I guess that means I need to somehow find a way to turn on my ensnaring bridge. So we'll discard negate. Oh, I guess surgical is a way to get 1 more card. Interesting. That's a development. Okay. So I guess we just maximize my chances of making that work by getting as many lands as possible out of my deck, and then trying to draw the last Mesmeric Orb. I have to be able to pay life for surgical, so I have to pay mana for probe. Oh, and I'm not going to have enough mana to Mesmeric Orb. So close to having a theoretical chance of winning that I don't have. Alright, well. I guess let's look at my opponent's deck. 3 amulets in the graveyard. 2 summer blooms in the graveyard. Whatever, I'll just get something. Yeah, that's a terrible thing to get. I'll get Serum Visions. There's only one of those in the graveyard. Nothing matters. Alright. So, what does my opponent have that I care about? Seal of Primordium, Swan Song. And 4 ley lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yuck. Alright, and then I'm dead. We did not come prepared for Leyline. Would like an out to Hornet Queen if that's what my opponent's trying to do. Why do you have to be target player? We'll cut. I don't know, I guess the Thought Scour. And hope my opponent doesn't start with one of their 4 ley lines. I can do better than this. Whatever, this is fine. Keep. Hope my opponent's hand was somehow good enough that. Alright, yeah, that's what I figured was going on. Well, let's Serum Visions. This doesn't do anything. This isn't a Mesmeric Orb. That is a mesmeric orb. So my opponent was thinking about whether or not to keep just Leyline, basically. I think I have to sandbag these, regrettably. I think not acting becomes way too clearly correct if I just play them both. Surprised that didn't catch a Seal of Primordium activation. Oh, I guess my opponent's saving Seal for a Snaring Bridge. Just trying to kill me. I guess that makes some sense. Wishing I had a second Mesmeric Orb in play. But then my opponent might just take a different line. Or just use one of the seals. Or use the seal. I'm pretty sure I'm just dead. Well, if I draw Mesmeric Orb, or if I draw Ensnaring Bridge, I might be able to win. No, wait, the seal is still in play. So that won't do anything. There's the ensnaring bridge, but it's not going to do anything. No, that doesn't save me. Maybe my opponent will just forget about the Seal of Primordium. Nope. And it doesn't look like there's any way at this point to have this Sunhome get milled, so I think I'm just dead. Oh, another activation of Sunhome or of Slayer Stronghold can also kill me here.